seconds. When I'm talking to the audience, no more than like 8 seconds, 5 to 8 seconds of talking, and then I'm on to the next scene. Then I'm on to the next scene, and then I'm on to the next scene. I try and do it rapid fire succession because you got to remember when you're shooting from the audience standpoint, right? The audience.
Okay, today I'm going to show you what I'm cooking on the Blackstone. I am making enough food for 2 meals. I don't usually eat breakfast. When I do, though, it's usually like yogurt and oatmeal maybe. But today I didn't eat breakfast, so I'm making like a brunch and then my dinner all at the same time. So what I have is 2 hamburger patties. And I have to watch my sodium. So in the hamburger patties, there's 160 milligrams of sodium per patty. And the vegetables have 0 sodium in them. And the vegetables are tomato, mushrooms, carrots, broccoli, and I use Mrs. Dash. There's no sodium in that. And I like a lot of seasoning on there. I love Mrs. Dash. That's my favorite stuff. And then the other season I use is it's a McCormick's. Here it is, right here. McCormick's Smokehouse Maple. I put a little bit of that on there because that has a little bit of sodium in it, but not as much as I do the Mrs. Dash. And then also I use a little bit of black pepper. Not much. I like a lot of pepper on my food, but not first thing on my first meal of the day. I don't like a lot of pepper, so I use McCormick's black pepper, and just put a little bit of that on there. And on the Blackstone, I always put the hamburgers towards the back and the vegetables towards the front when I'm cooking like this, because I guess maybe it's the way I'm sitting it or whatever, but the grease runs towards the back a little bit, and that keeps them off the vegetables. But I'll start getting it brown, and the little cherry tomatoes I usually smash them down or cut them a little bit with the spatula as they're cooking. You'll see that in a few minutes. And I cook. The reason I cook 2 meals is so I don't have to cook twice a day. I will cook my either breakfast and lunch or my lunch and dinner in one meal. So today it's just going to be kind of a lunch and an early dinner meal type thing. So I have 2 meals here. And also here in a little bit I'll show you I put 2 eggs on it. I love eggs. And then I'll cook. Once it's all cooked up, I'll put the eggs on it and then fry it till the eggs are done, or cook it till the eggs are done on here. But what I love about this Blackstone is the cleanup. Number one, there's not much to clean up, and like I'm starting to cut these up a little bit. The hamburger patties are about halfway done, so I cut them up into small pieces. So it makes like a beef stir fry, I guess you would call it. But anyway, I cut them up, and then here in a few minutes, I'll add a couple of eggs. And maybe a little bit of more Mrs. Dash once I put the eggs in there. I'll see how it looks. And I like my food well done, all my food well done. Like if I eat steak, I like steak well done. Or sometimes medium well, depending on the style of steak it is. But I usually don't have steak. I've had steak one time since I've had this grill. But so now I've got all the hamburger meat cut up, and I'll start stirring it all together here in a few minutes, and we will add some eggs. And I think it's pretty good. It's one of my favorite meals. But like I said, I cook two meals up at a time, and because I don't want to stop and cook later or whatever when it's hotter. Today it's going to be 100 degrees here, so I really didn't want to cook 2 different meals today. And been drinking a lot of water due to this weather, that's for sure. I'm only allotted 2 liters of liquid a day per doctor's orders, and so today it's been all water so far. We're already at 95 and it's noon, so So I have a feeling we'll hit the 100 mark today pretty easily by 4. And my van's in the shade, and where I'm cooking's in the shade, but I definitely don't like to be out in it. I'll be staying in the van today. I might go live or something later if nobody's on. And I'll smash up the vegetables a little bit. You can see there. But I try to get it all together, cooking really good. Get the juices all going together there. I try to keep the grease of the hamburger towards the back, so I don't get as much on the food. And I really do try to stay low sodium on everything. I feel so much better when I do, and I try to keep carbohydrates out. I'm not real sure what the carbohydrate count would be on this, but I know the sodium count would only be about 200 milligrams of sodium per meal, so that's not bad. I'm allotted 1,500 milligrams of sodium per day, and I try to stay under that as much as possible. But if I'm doing this right, I believe that since this is 2 meals, it would be around 200, maybe 220 in sodium per meal, which that's pretty good. Now, when I lived in Sticks and Bricks, I was eating multiple small meals a day instead of bigger meals, but I don't know, I just don't do that in the van. I don't know why. It's because I don't keep the right kind of food, maybe. Once I get a fridge in the van, I think I'll be able to go back to doing that. I did feel a lot better doing that, and I did lose weight doing that. But right now I'm trying what I seen somebody talking about on YouTube. They're intermittent fasting. So I try not to eat anything after 8 at night and not eat till around noon the next day. And so sometimes it's hard. So today I had my meal at noon, but I didn't eat dinner last night till 9. So that kind of messed me up a little bit. But I'm trying that for a while to see how that does. And I do feel better when I wake up, for sure. But anyway, this is my meal, going to be my meal for lunch and dinner. And I'm a weirdo. I don't even mind eating food if it's cold. It don't have to be hot. I like this meal when it's cold even. But if I want to heat it up, I'll just throw the dish of it back onto the grill a little bit later and heat it really quick. But I love having this Blackstone grill. It's fun to cook on. It's easy to use, easy to keep clean. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will show you the finished product right here. There you go. So I'm going to eat me some lunch, and then I'll finish out the video. What's up, guys? Oh man, that was good. I had my lunch, and then I got sidetracked. Papa Drew did a little pop-up live testing the camera out. I went over and chatted with him for an hour, and then I got off the phone and was chatting with Meant to Be RVing for a little bit, and it's been a busy day, but I got my lunch down. I got my dinner put away in the ice chest, so I'll be warming that up later for dinner, but at least I don't got to cook again today. I hate cooking multiple times a day. That's why when I do cook, I try to cook up a couple of meals. It works out pretty good mostly. Anyway, yeah, we are at 101 here right now, where I'm at in Southern Oregon, and yeah, it's getting warm. I think I'm going to go out and shut my back door so I can get it cooler in here. And I have it open right now because I was on the computer, and the only way my signal gets out is to have that door open. I've told you guys that before, because my van is all aluminum. And then I heard from Carlos on Call, a channel. He wants to interview me, so once I get that, I know when that's going to be. I'll tell you guys, he's a new channel that found me through Diana Brienne Fairchild. And I'm on Papa Drew's show on Thursday, 5 p.m. Pacific. That should be fun. Papa Drew's a great guy. Fun to talk to. He's just an all-around cool cat. I really like him. And I enjoyed the interview today with that Bob interviewed him with. And again, Bob's a great interviewer. If you've never watched his interviews, Bob's Adventure is awesome. I guess other than that, there's not a whole lot to talk about. I'm just going to try to stay cool, stay in the van, and watch some live shows today. Johnny's Journey comes on late tonight, so I'll catch the first part of her show. I'm not great at staying awake too long. once, like I say, 9 o'clock's to midnight for me sometimes. And, it's not so late here for me, but it is for me, but it's not so late on the West Coast when she does her show. And she does a great show, guys. Johnny's Journey, spin the wheel and trivia and stuff like that. And I love watching her. But yeah, I'll be over there visiting. This video will probably upload before then. So I guess I'll see you all out in YouTube land. And thank you for hanging out with me today. It's always fun to hang out with you guys. And I love you all. And I will talk to you on the next one. Have a great day.